our approach has been a subject matter specific approach. It's not a fair share standard. It's not an overall, while we have that affirmatively furthering fair housing language now in state law, that is not what we've hung our hats on, because we believe that specific reforms will help local governments understand what their obligations are better than broad standards. But there are a couple of housing organizations that say, you guys should fight for broad standards that then we can litigate and bring towns to court for the ways they don't meet them. We've talked with, using the transit as a transit proposal as an example. We've talked with advocates in New Jersey at the Fair Share Housing Center, where the director was in my law school class. And they said, one of the main ways that New Jersey towns have met their goals is by reducing barriers to housing around transit. Okay, so instead of taking the court-induced fair share standard that you see in New Jersey, again, made by courts, we've said, let's just take the solution and put that into law, because we know that if towns are told you have to zone for 15 homes per acre around a transit station, they can do that because they can, write that into their code. Joe Schmo's planner is not going to be able to say, okay, well, what's my fair share? How am I going to do this? Is it this? Is it that? And then years and years of litigation that ensues. So that's the other thing that we've heard. And we've really tried to say, look, if we can tell people clear rules as to how they can develop and how they can zone, how they must zone, we think that's a better solution for our state than broad standards.